Looks like there's some sort of structure or order at the beginning of July that's going to be very satisfying for you. And there may be a way in which there's almost going to be like a challenge or conflict between either air signs or just in ideology. The reason I say that is because these swords energy represent the mental realm, which represent thoughts and ideas. So it could be, I'll talk a little bit more about that, but I'll start off actually with this Emperor card, since that's what your month starts off with here in July. So Emperor is a card of structure and order. It's one of the most male cards in the whole deck. And he's the head of an empire, the head of the military, the head of a lawful regime or order. And often he just represents authority. So he represents laws, structure, order, authority. He can also be the archetype of an older man, like a mentor or a teacher or someone that you look up to, landlord, boss, parent, even spouse or family member. And there's something satisfying that happens for you regarding that. So this could either be towards a person who represents authority, or it could be like law, structure, order, things even that you've created that bring you a lot of satisfaction and pleasure. That's what this Nine of Cups is all about. So this could be being happy working for someone, being happy with your boss, being happy with an older parent. It's just there's something very satisfying for you with the order that's created, or the law abiding, or the authority that's been given to you, some sort of satisfaction and pleasure. And this is also wishes fulfilled. So if you've been looking, Virgo, to have something be more orderly, be rectified, or if you're looking to be in a position of more authority and power, this could be representing you feeling sort of satisfied and having a wish fulfilled of being in that position. So there's a number of different ways that can play out, but basically I'm seeing you as very satisfied, feeling full and feeling happy, and maybe having a wish fulfilled, especially in regards to order, structure, an older person, authority, that sort of thing. Also at the beginning of the month, Virgo, you see the King of Swords here and the Queen of Swords, and they're a little bit at odds with one another. So normally, sometimes these can represent air signs. So that would be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But here I'm looking at it in terms of ideology, and basically seeing it as one person's truth is differing from this person's truth. Normally in the upright position, this couple both represent good judgment. This King of Swords is someone of authority. I usually call him my King Solomon card because he has good judgment. He makes wise decisions. He has knowledge. He's got this blooming oak that represents experience and knowledge and expertise. And Queen of Swords is someone who's very forthright. She also stands in defense of the truth. And she has these blooming roses, which also represent experience and knowledge, but also passion and connecting with her heart. You can see that this, she speaks what's on her mind and on her heart. And that's very Queen of Swords energy. She defends her truth. She defends her boundaries. And both these people are committed to being truthful, knowledgeable, standing for what is right and true. However, in the reverse position with King of Swords in reverse, these two are not seeing eye to eye. This person's upright, this person is in the reverse position. So if your spouse or partner, because these are natural partners, you may not be seeing eye to eye. You may have different truths. Her truth is going in this direction. His truth is going in that direction. So it may be that whoever you're in a natural couple with, that they're upside down to you, wherever you are at with that. They're not seeing, right in this particular position, it's the King of Swords that's in reverse. So he's just not seeing things clearly, or he's not seeing in alignment with whatever her truth is. So I'm seeing different ideologies here, different truths. And that's in the first week of July, Virgo. So if there's someone, especially if you're involved with an air sign, there may be a way in which they're not showing up as full of understanding, or that whoever normally is reasonable, or who is the partner, or if there's an air sign partner that you have, or someone who's usually reasonable, analytical, logical, makes good decisions, they are a little bit out of sorts. They are just seeing things from an upside down point of view right now. And it's funny too, because Chariot in reverse is also surrounding you. If you look at it as happening here, these two cards are surrounding you. And it's funny, Virgo, because normally I'm reading this as an air sign, you know, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. But because this is a couple here and their natural pairing, I'm actually reading it as you here or here as one of these pair. But there is some faulty decision making being happening. This is Chariot means relying on your instincts, crossing the finish line, having victory, achieving things through your natural instincts, and knowing when to go left, when to go right, when to be passionate, and when to be logical. You know, he has an instinctual knowledge of which way to go, which way to turn in order to achieve that finish line and achieve victory. But he's in the reverse position, so this can often mean not trusting your instincts, not good decision making. There's bad decision making all around you, Virgo. Or if this is you, you know, this could be, there's something going on in terms of that, and it could be that someone is being very dogmatic. This is Page of Swords, and this is basically the younger version of King of Swords. Page of Swords is like the teenager version, and then he goes through Knight of Swords, who's the man, and then he arrives at King of Swords, which is like the master or the elder. So there's someone who really believes in their own truth, and this is like, I think of this as a very idealistic college student, someone who really believes in a certain dogma, a certain theory, a certain belief system, a certain way of thinking. But they're in reverse right now, and it's clouding their decision making. So I'm kind of seeing this as if there is an air sign involved, or if this is the younger version of your spouse or your partner, that they're clinging to the younger part of themselves, their old way of thinking, they're something that they developed in youth that is clouding their decision making. I don't know why, Virgo, but I'm seeing this as not necessarily related to you, but more related to this King of Swords person, because this is the younger side of themselves showing up. And this is not connecting with their intuition, not making decisions that come from the gut. They might be being too cerebral, believe it or not, because that's where this swords energy comes from. It's mental, it's cerebral, it's excuse me. It is you know, a thought process, and they're both in reverse. So they're not seeing things. They're kind of might be going back to, they might be having a you know, when you revert back to your younger self, when you revert back to who you were as a child, that could be, or as a teenager, you know, there's something going on in terms of them accessing their younger self and making decisions from that point of view. It could be like a, I don't know why I'm getting like second childhood, or when people have a midlife crisis and they buy that Corvette. That's kind of what's going on with this Page of Swords energies. He's not acting in his king element. He's acting out of his page side of himself. So therefore, he's not making big decisions. And I'm also seeing that, you know, it could be affecting your joint finances. This is Two of Coins. So if you are in a relationship, the person, especially if you're with an air sign, the person that you're with who's normally reliable, steadfast, makes good decisions, may be acting quite young and therefore not making good decisions, not leading to victorious results. And it could be impacting your joint finances. That's Two of Coins. And Two of Coins is someone who stands on one foot and feels a little wobbly because they're juggling balls in the air. It's really a card about being flexible and going up and down with the vicissitudes of life, and actually having fun with it. But because it's in the reverse position, it may just feel unstable, or like, what is this person doing? Why why are they, why are they making poor decisions? Why are they acting like a young person or a kid? And it can't even be that, this is a younger child or a younger person, especially if they are Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. You could both be parents that are fighting over what this kid's poor decision making and how it's affecting you. That's one possibility. If you're not in partnership, this could be someone who's an authority figure that you are coming into rebellion with, or clashing with, or having a disagreement with. This could even be someone like Emperor, who is, a boss, a leader of some sort, a father, an older parent, a parent or could be an older sibling. Usually that will show up as night, or something else. But since it's Queen, if you're brother and sister with someone, this could be not seeing eye to eye with them, especially if they're an air sign. So that could go a number of different ways. But they're definitely showing up as either the younger side of themselves, or there's, offspring, because King and Queen have offspring of a page. So it's regarding this element, this person, or this aspect of them that is really kind of throwing things off, bad decision making, throwing the apple cart upside down where things are going back and forth. You're having a juggle. It's affecting the joint finances, the joint resources. Even the money is having to be pulled from one direction to go to another direction. But there is someone who is good as far as being a mentor and is in support of you. And that's this King of Wands. This is usually a fire sign. So this is Aries, Leo, or I'm blanking on this, Aries, Leo, or Sag. And this is someone who is just like you, another adult who is actually seeing things in an upright way. So if you're the king here, Virgo, there might be another king that is in support of the queen, that's actually seeing things in an upright way. So this person, if this is a mentor or a counselor or a friend, this is King of Wands. And this person is going to be helpful to you, Virgo. This person who has a lot of, they don't do things in a tried and true kind of way. They're pretty bold and eccentric, and they do things in their own way. Like Mozart or Walt Disney are good examples of King of Wands energy, where they're creative and they do something new and innovative in their own way. So listen to any Aries, Leo, or Sages and the words that they have, because they're actually directly below you, supporting you. And if you are this king, you might have some conflicts with both them and this queen person, but this person's going to be helpful to you, Virgo. Especially, they can see exactly what's going on here. You can see in the middle of the month that this King of Wands person has an exact view of how this person's behaving, who this is, and how it's affecting things around them. Poor decision making, upsetting the apple cart. So King of Wands is going to be a real key for you in the middle of the month. If you have an Aries, Leo, or Sag friend, especially someone who's in an authority position, they're going to help you through all this. And then towards the end of the month, this is you working away, Virgo. This is 8 of Coins. It's an earth sign, just like you. Coins represent earth, and Virgo's an earth sign. So 8 of Coins means working away. This is sort of like a whistling while you work kind of card, putting your head down, grinding it out. You Virgos are usually very work conscious and usually very dutiful. And this means producing money too. So sometimes you may just decide to, with whatever's going on here in the middle of the month, to retreat into your work. And you can kind of get into it. And it's a focus on making money and actually enjoying what you're doing. And then this is a card of inspiration, feeling optimistic. This is Page of Wands. This could be a young fire sign person. So this could be Aries, Leo, or Sag. But this card is usually about being open, being willing, feeling inspired, feeling motivated, kind of having the energy to do something, taking up a cause. And then this card these two together are saying that, even if something is unfair, that's justice in reverse. Justice in reverse says, like, there's a verdict that's rendered that's not fair, or there's not all the evidence was considered, and something was decided that isn't in accordance with the truth. But you may have to employ some forgiveness with that, and that might be hard for you. It's in the reverse position. So even though things don't necessarily go according to a true and rightful way, I mean, this is echoing the King of Swords in reverse here, you know, decisions being made that aren't reflective of the truth or good or sound judgment. There may be a tinge of that at the end of the month for you, Virgo, and you may have a hard time forgiving about that, but that's what's gonna help you get through it. Both of these, Justice and Judgment in reverse, says something's not fair. Something is not correct. Something is not being dealt with. But oftentimes when this card shows up, Judgment, it means that forgiveness needs to be employed, letting go of the ghosts of the past, letting the past be the past. But it's not going to be easy, because in reverse it says you're having a hard time employing forgiveness. Try to, if you can, Virgo, if something's going on that's unjust, see if maybe just putting yourself into your work might be a good solution for the end of July. And it might keep you optimistic and motivated to keep going. These two cards are beneficial to you in the same way that this Knight of Wands is beneficial to you towards the middle of the month. These two are beneficial to you towards the end of the month. Really, what's going to be helping you through July is fire energy. So I'm going to even say, if there's any way that you can bring more fire into your environment, like wear a lot of red or orange or gold or whatever it is that symbolizes fire to you. You know, even if it's like drinking from an orange coffee cup every day or something, fire elements are helpful to you in July, Virgo, especially amid dealing with any injustices, because that seems like there may be things that happen in July that are unfair, or it ends on kind of an unfair note. See if you can surround yourself with fire energy, because that's going to keep you motivated. That's going to keep you optimistic. That's going to keep you going and keep you sort of the young, fresh part of yourself.